answer. You're not safe in the back either. Dawet, who are you? No answer at least. So whenever you give a speech, you give an evaluation, you want to ask this question: who is my audience? When you think about that, you could think, are they young? Are they old? Are they mostly male or female? Highly educated or less educated? Today we're going to be talking about who's your audience, giving an evaluation, looking at 4 different personality types represented by 4 colors. The first question I want to ask you, though, is what's more important, IQ or EQ? Who thinks EQ is more important? Raise your hand. Ooh, about evenly divided. Asking that question, right, is actually kind of like asking the question, what's more important on an airplane? The left wing or the right wing, right?
Most.
They're both important. So when you give an evaluation, you want to think about it in the same way as giving a speech. There's 2 main parts: content, what you say, and delivery, how you say it. So that's also important when we give evaluations, not just speeches. Because you see, we all have lenses through which we view the world, right? So it's how we look at the world. Who is this?
Rock.
People.
Rhino.
Oh, no,
Rhino.
not just a rhino. He is an
Painter.
artist. Yes, a painter, an artist. And what do you see in every one of his paintings?
War.
No, it's a beautiful mountain. It's a landscape. It's a beautiful mountain. You see, we bring baggage with us. Maybe it's our background, our experiences. It's also our personality. Wherever we look, we have certain lenses and we always see things. Some people see problems. Other people see opportunities. Some people see the good things you do in your speech. Other people only see the negative things that you do. So part of how emotional intelligence fits in, I say an emotionally intelligent person recognizes that human beings are the only one of all God's creation that knows how to step back out of themselves, to think about what we're thinking, to think about what we're feeling, and to think about what we're doing. What this means in evaluation is you're thinking about the content, what is there. You're thinking about how did the speaker make you feel? How did they touch you? Did they connect with you? And then as you deliver your speech, you're thinking about what will I actually do? What will I say? And as you're doing that, you may self-correct. Oh, I'm being too critical. I'm being too... Also, part of being emotionally intelligent is understanding I am not the same as everybody else, and everybody else is not the same as me. So what does that mean? Well, it means we think about the golden rule. Who knows what the golden rule is? Yes, what is it?
Treat others the same way you treat yourself.
Yes, exactly. Treat others as you would like to be treated. At KeyMap, it's a business school. They think the golden rule is he who has the gold makes the rules. That's not what we're talking about. And so, but when we talk about EQ, we adapt this rule a little bit. Oh, my dear.
Treat others the way they want to be treated.
Wow, she gets a fatorki for today. Yes, treat others as they would like to be treated. So what happens is, you see, when we give evaluations, based on our personality style, we like to get certain types of evaluations. So what we tend to do is give people the same type of evaluation we want, when rather we should think about who they are and what they want. This is sometimes called the serenity prayer. It says, Lord, give me the strength to change the things I can, to accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. So when you're evaluating someone, you can't be like, you would have much better stage presence if you were 20 centimeters taller. They can't change anything about their height. Don't mention it. Say like, you would have better stage presence if you had beautiful hair. Hair's overrated anyway. They can't do anything about their hair. Well, actually, you can. You can put a hat on, right? And cover up your hair, or lack of hair. So we're going to be talking about 4 different colors of hats, the 4 different personalities, and how it affects the way you connect, understand yourself, and connect with your audience. The first hat is red hat people. So red hat people, they're direct. They're about getting results. They can be competitive. So when there are speakers or evaluators, they can be very blunt and to the point. They're not afraid to look you in the eye. They're not afraid to evaluate and tell you what you did wrong. They're not afraid to ask you to commit to do something. And so that's red hat people. So if you think about red hat, what animal might this be?
Lion.
Yes, the lion. Why the lion? Because they're loud. They're also like king of the jungle, right? They want to be king. So the second color of hat of people are yellow hat people. These are your optimists, enthusiastic, they're expressive, and they evaluate, they're like, your speech was so amazing, I loved it, everything was so good, I wouldn't change a thing. Which if you're another yellow hat person, you're like, oh, I'd love to hear that, my speech was so amazing, everything was great. But if you're like a blue hat, which we'll talk about later, if someone says everything was amazing, you're like, what was amazing? Specifically, I won't believe you unless you give me specific things. So, what animal might be a yellow hat type?
Monkey.
Yeah, monkey, chimpanzee. Look at that smile. Oh, yes, they're so happy. They just want to encourage you and bless you. Yeah, the next color hat is our green hat. So, green hat people, they are team players. They want to be supportive. They're super nice. They're loyal. They don't want to give any negative feedback because they don't want to hurt your feelings. And so, sometimes they need to be a little bit different in their evaluations and connections. So what animal might be green hat?
Panda. Deer.
No other friends? We will choose the
Snake.
golden retriever because they're loyal, they're kind, they stick by you. So when you have a green hat evaluator, they're very soft and gentle. They won't raise their voice. They won't reprimand you. They won't be like, you didn't use enough vocal variety. They would never raise their voice to you. And that's not good. So what about blue hat people? These are the people that like information. They like to analyze things. They like facts. If they're giving a speech, they give you 10 points of things. They give research and background. And when they're an evaluator, let's see your evaluator sheet right here. They're going to look at that third sheet. Here it is. And they're going to think they have to comment on everything on the sheet. They don't need to do that. When you evaluate, you only pick a few high points to talk about. So blue hat people tend to give too much information and too critical. So if you're a blue hat person yourself, you have to be a little careful. So what animal might be blue hat?
Owl.
Okay, owl here. Oh, we have the bee because the bees are hardworking. They're also very accurate, right? They make their hives. And because we had a speech a few weeks ago, of course it can also be the bee. We have a beaver right here, yes. Of course we do. So we have our 4 color hats, right? So let's think about what does this look like as we go into things. When you look at this diagram, people communicate on 2 levels, head level, heart level. What color hat do you think is more on the head level? Is it red hat?
Red.
Blue.
Red. No.
Red?
Blue. Blue.
No, blue, right? Head level is mostly blue.
Yeah.
Blue.
Red. What color is going to be more connected on the heart level?
Gryffindor. Yellow.
Red.
Yellow and
Green.
green. Listen, right? Red hats can be emotion, but they're also about results and moving forward. So we have to think about this when we give a speech, how to connect with people. So if you're talking to a red hat person, you can be blunt. You can be more direct with them. What you want to do is challenge them. You could win this speech contest if you just do this. They like to be motivated. I could be a winner. I could do it. You want to encourage them to excel still more. If you're talking to a yellow hat person, you want to be enthusiastic and expressive. You'll be, oh, that was amazing. I loved you. Really made great eye contact with me. Oh, I love the way you used the gestures. So change your vocal variety to it because they like that emotion in it. If you're evaluating a green hat person, you want to be more calm. You don't want to put pressure on them. So you want to be loyal. And if you point out things, how they connected to you personally, talking more about your feelings of it is good. If you're evaluating a blue hat person, don't talk about feelings. Stick to the facts. So when you think about the speaker you're evaluating, your speaker will be dominant of 1 or 2 of these, but they're not going to be all of them. But that also, when you give an evaluation, you're speaking to everyone. So every audience is going to have all 4 types. So let me ask you again. Who are you? Who is red hat? Raise your hand if you're a red hat person, if you think I'm red hat. Oh, just a few in our audience. Who are yellow hat people in our audience? Okay, we got a few more yellow hats. Who are green hat people? Lots of other kinds.
I'm yellow.
And who are blue hat people? Yeah, so take a look. So if you want a strict evaluator, you choose a blue hat person. So I just encourage you the next time you're an evaluator to think about it. Connect, as Michelle said, with your speaker. Find out what type of color they are. Read them a little bit and try to match what they need. But then also think about your larger audience. And as you give a speech, adapt your style. Don't just rely on your dominant style. But you need to stretch yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and try to be encouraging, motivating. Try to be expressive and encouraging. Try to be gentle with people, and also be very specific and detailed where necessary. So, thank you all. Now I'd like to open it up for questions. So, any questions?